Good morning, everyone, to the SGI Canada Best of the West. I am Sofia Malbergs, and I'm from Sweden, so bear with me with my English, but I'm going to try the best. I have Sean Meacham with me.
Good morning, Sophia.
Good morning. How are you doing this morning?
It's been a good weekend, and we're ready for a good game here this morning.
Yeah.
These two teams have both been playing quite well here over the weekend. There's been some really good curling, and expect to see a good game.
We sure hope so. So it looks like Sturmay will have hammer. You've started the games without hammer, so you should know, right? Your team. You're coaching the Scharback team.
Yeah, I'm a coach of the Scharback team, and of course Sophia's here watching her guy Brady out here play, and we got Jared Loddish up here to throw lead stones for Team Scharback. This is also my curling team, besides Dustin McCush for the last few seasons, so I know the guys pretty good, and it's good to get a chance to get out here and get to heckle these guys a little bit, and instead of them heckling me out on the ice all game.
Exactly. Now we can say anything and they won't know.
So the ice started out in practice a smidge heavier than it has been, so we'll have to see if they can make the adjustment to the weight here.
Yeah, I heard the last morning draw was a little heavier than it's been in the afternoon and evening draws, so.
Jared's got a nice start there out, nice rock in the just shy of the rings. Good spot for it.
Yeah, love to see a center god. It means we're gonna have some fun and
right out of the gate. put the hammer down.
Tight. Line's good. Room. Just tight guard. Line's good. Straight. Hard. Get it close by the other one at least. Hard. Hard. Hard.
So I've been aware of the new tick zone rule. I've been playing it a lot in the championships. Here you do only the eighth and extra end, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Correct. So yeah, any rock touching the center line during the free guard zone in the last end of the game and the extra end are not able to be moved from that spot. So it'll make for more interesting finishes to tight games.
Top four. Take it good. Top four.
Team Scharback has a little bit of an advantage here. This was the side of the sheet that they had their practice on, so they know this side a little better than Team Sturmay, who came short on their come around attempt there. And Jared's a smidge heavy on this one.
Still works. They have a couple guards up there.
Yeah, they're
just forcing the play in the house.
Not looking like they're going to get out of this end with a blank at this point.
Well, you never know in men's curling, actually.
That could all change quite quickly. He's got another chance at this same come around here. Expect he'll be close on this one.
It's like they're going hard on this one.
Yeah, he's maybe not quite there.
Hard. Get it close by the other one. Hard.
Just struggled a little bit there with the first two rocks.
Yeah, good opportunity here for Team Scharback to put a little pressure on, and then you'll probably will see some clearing of the front going on if they can make a good one here. It's Dustin McCush, ready to throw second stones. You'll have to forgive us. We're somewhat biased as we're both affiliated with Team Scharback, and we don't know as much about Team Sturmay as we do about Team Scharback. So I'll try to be at least as non-biased as Russ Howard is when he's announcing Glenn's games.
He's a pro, though.
I got a lot to learn. We've had fantastic ice conditions here this week. We got a ton of curl, and you can make any shot out on this ice here. There's no shot that you can't make when it's curling like this. The ice crew's done a
Oh yeah,
great
it sure
job.
looks like that.
Yeah, and you know what? That typically the Nutana has fantastic ice conditions here. It's always nice to be able to come and play in Nutana.
Yeah, even though it's late in the season, they've been keeping it up really good.
Yeah, it's pouring rain outside this morning. It's kind of miserable conditions for making ice, but they're sure just holding up well for these guys.
Line's good. Tight.
Good opportunity here for
Hard line.
Team Sturmay to put a little pressure
Line's
on.
great. Hard.
You know, the ice is just a smidge heavier than it has been in previous games, and it's just catching them a little bit
Yeah, you said that.
on this here. It's just making that adjustment early. This sheet's been typically a little bit heavier through the week. We've been seeing about a second heavier times that we're getting up in 15 and a half, 16 seconds on the other sheets, and this one's been running closer to 14 and a half.
Still good though, like 15 and a half.
Yeah,
it's
certainly,
fast, you know.
yeah, it's
You also
certainly
have
nice.
like beside the sheets, you have like the SGI, like
Yeah, the fan section
exactly. So if that's crowded, it was really crowded last night. That could also like affect the sheet,
Correct,
obviously.
and the empty sheet on the other side of it as well. So the sheet's
Yeah.
kind of on its own. Sheet 6 is blocked off, and sheet 8 is blocked off for fans. So it does change things a little bit. Looks like they got a nice one coming here.
Tapped it just in.
Just in. It's a good shot.
Mm-hmm.
Not exactly what they wanted, but it puts Sturmay in a situation here now where he's got to open up the front a little bit.
Yeah.
Try and make sure he has an opportunity to score here. Things are pretty plugged up at this point.
For sure, it's a lot of guards and hard to get in there. You have to go out really far on the
outward side.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the only
get
way in right now.
Yeah. So good call here, opening it up.
Hard. Hard. Whoa. Great shot. Attaboy.
Yeah, nice result there, getting things opened up. He just about got fortunate and was able to stick the one in the rings there. But
That was really close, actually.
Yeah, it was really close.
But you got away with the staggered, so did its job.
Did its job for sure.
The weight I gave you for draw the button or less?
It's a third Braden Stewart for Team Scharback here. He's going to take a run at getting one sunk in there in the top of the forefoot.
Make sure it's top 4.
Line's perfect.
Jared's rock. Jared's rock. Jared's rock. Yeah, go Jared. Go even if
He's
you're
going to try and get that to curl and finish up
Jared.
in there. He's got a nice looking rock.
all the way.
coming there.
All the way. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
It just got this nice curl in the end. Just
totally.
beautiful shot.
Nicely buried in there. Karsten's going to have to go back up to the front and continue to open things up a little bit. The third Tristan Stenke for Team Sturmay.
Oh. Close. Yep. Yes. Yes. Hard. Good shot.
Really nice shot.
Yeah, it's a good shot. Opened the front up and got rid of one of the kickers on the side there, Team Scharback. Brady's going to try and guard this up and continue to keep the pressure on Team Sturmay. It's going to be difficult to score if it sits the way that it is now for Team Sturmay.
For sure.
Yeah, Team Scharback's in a really good situation here. If they can continue to get the guard in a good spot, there's not much of the pin available to draw at the end of the end.
And we've seen that Team Sturmay, they haven't had really the draw weight yet, so they got to be careful with that. And
All the way. All the way.
They're going to need
All
this
the
one
way.
to
Keep
finish
going,
up
you
a little
gotta
bit.
get-
He's
go,
trying to
go,
close
go,
the hole
go,
up.
Keep going.
Oh, they've
Not
left
quite there, yeah.
left a bit of a port there for Team Sturmay.
I think they got room even.
Yeah, it's accessible now at this point.
For sure.
But in the first end of the game,
The second one, hey?
these aren't always the easiest. They can get a little bit of curl on the fresh pebble here. There hasn't been a rock down this spot yet, so
True, because at practice they're coming, just drawing from the 12-foot and in, so
Hard!
yeah, nobody throws down this
Yeah.
spot in the practice.
Hard!
you can see down here it's a little tight coming in. Oof.
Just squeaked her by.
Good sweep.
Good sweep.
Yeah.
I think they would have liked to have stayed in the rings if possible. There, they were just a pinch tight, and they managed to get by the guard. But with the rollout, it gives Brady a chance to sink another one in here
Yeah.
and keep the pressure on.
Exactly.
Quicker than that, Brady.
I got 14-6.
Sounds like the speed's coming around a little bit better now from the numbers we're hearing. 14.6 on a previous draw, which is more in line with what we've been seeing for this sheet. So he's going to have to take a slightly different path than what they've been on, as that guard isn't directly on the center line. So we could see it be a pound heavier out.
It might be actually, yes.
So we got Brady Scharback, who's been throwing skip stones and running the squad this weekend. He's been doing a good job with it. The guys have been really competitive in their games. They've been playing quite well. Their games have been tight, and just one or two little unfortunate misses here and there have just been the difference between
Line's good.
getting W's on the board so far. They're still
clean
looking
it.
for their
Line's
first
up.
win, but
Line's perfect.
they've had real good competitive games.
Yeah, go then.
They have, and it seemed like they've
Mine's
had really
perfect.
good
Top four.
communication too for
Whoa,
Dustin too to
whoa, whoa.
join the squad just now.
What?
Seem
Yeah,
to have
absolutely.
good
It's-
chemistry.
It's always tricky when you're bringing new players in to learn the communication that kind of develops, and it's always easier when you're only having to bring one new guy in. The other three are pretty used to working together, and although they are in different roles, so this is new. Brady and Braden haven't played back end before, but they seem to be actually jiving pretty well back there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Brady made a great shot with that come around there. That's a real good spot. Sturmay's got a good chance here to come through the port and tap that out and try and roll behind his red one on the side of the 4-foot there. Again, this is a little bit of a guess in this spot here early in the game.
It will be, yes.
Yeah.
Just play the peel here, and we saw that curled a little bit. So hopefully they get some swing here and can make this one good.
Yeah, this one is about weight control here. Where in the first end of the game is a little bit tricky. Once the ice gets broken in all across the sheet, these are a little bit easier.
Hard, Chris!
I'm trying to get it to curl off the corner there right now. It looks like he should get by.
It's moving for sure.
Yeah, yeah, they got her moving now.
Yeah.
I actually think at first they were hoping to roll behind the red rock, and they got that one sweeping to make it curl, and it worked almost a little too good. So they've got the same shot available for Brady here. He can come in, tap it out, and try and roll behind the guard.
And see, now you can't really jam it to your own, because then you won't be shot rock, right?
Right.
So
Yeah, they have to avoid the jam at the back, absolutely. But being that the rock did roll into the hole a little bit, he should be able to get to the inside of
Oh,
this.
yeah.
Curl through the port.
I played the other way. We're going to try to go under. Yeah. Under the yellow, right? Yeah. Or is it easier to make behind the red?
I don't think so.
No, I think I agree with Braden on that one. It looks like it's pretty hard to.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of room to tap it across the face
Yeah,
of the
and
back yellow with the way the guards are.
exactly, and the finish that we saw on the previous rock also makes me think that this one is easier.
Yeah, then.
Yep.
Yep.
You're right on it.
Whoa.
Yep.
Yep. Hard.
Yep.
Hard.
Yeah, Brady just had a little less weight than what Karsten had there. Get a little extra curl. The weight control is so critical when the ice curls this much. You can an ounce or two less weight and you get substantially more curl.
Yeah, then it just moves on you, right?
Yeah, and once it moves, there's not
Well, I
much
think it's like a
help
bad
in it at that
line
point.
there,
They're
like
kind
bad
of
line just through.
Okay, I think that might be scaring that to get.
Well, it's not the easiest way to get in there, for sure, for two. So have to throw a little weight on it, come down to the yellow one.
yeah, and Brady will have a chance for a double to get out of the end. I mean, potentially could see a blank in the end out of this.
Oh, yeah, this is the last rock, though.
Oh, no.
I think.
Just that when the weight comes off, it's gonna.
Or
Sophia,
Oh, there
look
it
at
is.
you having to babysit me already. Good grief. It's a good
starting
thing one of us
already in
knows
the
what's
first
going on.
end.
Back line just through?
I wish it wasn't the last rock, but we'll see.
No.
No, but yeah, as,
So yeah,
as
he
I
can't come
said,
to the nose of his own anymore because he won't be shot over
exactly.
the back.
So it's still gonna.
I was
Now we're on the same.
Yeah,
12-5, so
yeah. Usually are, but
6 feet off.
so there's also a little guess about how it will move. I've been throwing some draws here, but you gotta have a little more weight to this one, maybe.
Yeah, they're indicating he's slightly heavy at this
Yeah.
point. We did see a draw here that curled quite a bit.
Yeah.
His line looks nice on this one, though.
Clean,
Lead.
clean.
Looks
got a
really
nice-
good to
yeah,
me.
he's got a nice
They're
shot.
liking it.
Nice call. Nice call.
Good skip this there
Perfect.
by Team Sturmay.
Yeah, absolutely. I believe we'll head off to a break here shortly.
We will. Welcome back to the SGI Canada Best of the West. And we have here Team Alberta against Team Saskatchewan. Team Sturmay started up with the deuce in the first end. Skip deuce, Saskatchewan had pressure on for pretty much the whole game, Sean.
Yeah.
Not the whole game, the whole end.
Yeah. We had one little miss on their
Yeah.
center guard and left to port, and that's how this
Just
game
open
can
up, yeah.
switch around so quickly with one little shot. We're going to see continued offense here this end as well. We've had lots of rocks in play. It's been an entertaining game so far. We'll see the corner guard go up, or a corner guard attempt for Team Scharback.
Halfway.
Halfway.
Needs the curl.
Jared's got a nice rock coming here. It's been a really great event for these young players to get out here. It's they've done an amazing job getting this set up here between the organizing members. I believe Matt Dunstone, Dustin McCush, and Rylan Kleider have been the spearheads behind the idea to bring the top few young teams under 30 to a big event in the Western Canada to compete against each other.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Good event for, as you said, upcoming under 30s to just get together and compete here in Saskatoon.
Nice pair, bud. Good.
Draw.
Team Scharback's going to take the offensive route here and draw around the corner guard, ignore the ones in the rings, and try and develop a deuce using his corner guards.
I like that. That's one of my favorite calls.
It's really is a good play, especially due to the fact that the Redstones aren't in a perfect position for Team Sturmay as well. So that's a good opportunity to put a little pressure on, to get a rock buried in there.
Just lock one in here.
We're good.
Nice shot by Jared Ladish. Yeah, and at this point, there's not a lot of option for Sturmay other than to try and cap these rocks off and they're around the center line.
Yeah. But as you said, I won't be able to just guard the both of them, but trying to guard the left side. So
Top 12.
Team Saskatchewan can't access that and roll behind their own corner guard.
No.
The ice is sped up a little bit here in the second end on that spot as they're coming a little deep on their guard attempt here.
What'd you have, Karsten?
See Team Scharback attempt to remove a couple of the Redstones here and clean things up a little bit, get control of the front half of the rings. Good input from the thrower there on what he's seeing coming down the sheet here.
Yeah, he just knows what he wants to do with the rock, and so it's just adjusting the ice a little bit.
Yeah, it's a good thing when the thrower has the vision of the shot in his mind.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Nice
Shot
shot.
by Dustin. Team Sturmay is going to have to make a decision here about how they want to proceed
If you just
the rest
get
of
the
the end.
guard, then so
Come on, not.
They're up a couple points, so it gives them a little bit of a cushion to be a little more defensive here. They're going to try and run the guard off and try and get one of the ones in the rings on the way by. This one's going to run on him a little bit.
Running really straight on him there.
Yeah, going to just get the guard.
Which is not bad. As you said,
No,
when
it's
you're two up,
that's
you,
right. It's a smart play now. Team Scharback's got to decide whether they're going to try and guard that rock again or potentially
Same speed.
play into the rings here. And
I
that
would
was
say
the
so, yeah.
Team Sturmay's goal there, was to try and play into the rings and get a chance at a double or two here. But they're going to guard this rock up again, or attempt to.
Yeah. Dribbling.
Halfway.
Dribbling.
At some point here, they'll have to decide to make a play in the rings. They'll see this for one or two more shots, depending on what Team Sturmay decides to do.
Yep. Good.
Nice stone by Dustin there. Looks like it's got it mostly covered.
I think it does its job. Its
Yeah,
job
you
right there.
You can
maybe.
get around it on the other side, but they're still going to have their corner guard up.
Yep.
And even if you can, yeah, they're going to make a run at the. They're trying to decide which route to take.
It's a really long run, but
Yeah, the guard's a little longer this time, so their run's definitely a little bit tougher. But same philosophy. Even if they just get the guard, they're confident that at some point Team Scharback's going to have to make a play into the rings, and it'll give them a chance to make a double or two.
Whoa!
yeah, roll it off,
some
roll it off.
high side on this one as well.
Yeah, real similar spot there. Just won't come up for them.
What's he gonna do?
Nose is probably best. Or a hair inside nose.
Roll the center.
Yep.
Gonna see Team Scharback play play in the house now?
Yeah, you can't leave it too long, or you end up,
And
as potentially Team Sturmay could
like obviously nose
guard
is
that
good.
up,
If
so
we
you're
roll
going to
the
make a play
center,
on it sooner or later.
Roll
Try to
that
remove
around.
the red off the forefoot.
Like jam and roll that way is pretty good.
See Braden throw a nice control weight hit here and keep his shooter on the one that he's raising.
Yep. Yep. Whoa. Hard. Right to it. Never off.
A little over curl there by
Just groups the
Braden
yellows
Stewart,
too.
yeah.
Unfortunate
roll
there.
to a great spot.
I said to give you more weight. Just,
A little shy on the weight there. Braden
Yeah,
says.
just under threw that one a little bit. That is the difference. Here on this ice, you saw the run backs that Team Sturmay was tempting there with the bigger weight. It will run extremely straight, as most curling ice does, and as you bring the weight down, you just get quite a bit more curl, and that's what Braden found on that one. Sturmay's going to try the double here.
Yes. Whoa.
Looks like he's close.
Hell of a shot.
Yeah, that
Nice
wasn't
shot
the easiest
there.
double
Yeah.
in the world. Those two are really close together. It was
I was going to say that too, and he just made it look easy.
Very nice. That's a tough one to start. You reached back into that one for some extra.
See if they can group the rocks there to make it easier to play a double later on.
Braden will attempt to roll over towards the center line.
Just looking for the blank.
Yeah, fair enough.
He's got a nice shot there. Team Sturmay will have to deal with that rock, and it's going to be a little bit difficult to get that one rolled away out of there where there won't be a double back.
Yep.
Nice shot by Braden there.
Medium. Flop away. Try to roll 3-4 feet.
Skip rocks, second end.
Whoa. Queen. Whoa, whoa. Chris. Chris.
Now this one's running on him a little bit. This is going to have a chance to roll out. Gives Team Scharback the opportunity to hit the one in the rings here and keep a blank alive.
Talk me into more ice. I get the
Team Sturmay attempting to get that rock to curl. It's unfortunately it's not super effective on the bigger weight shots. It's you can maybe get them to go a little bit, but it's hard to get them to curl enough to stick around on a shot like that.
I don't see much movement off the directional sweeping here actually with those kind of weights that you can see in different kind of ice conditions actually.
Yeah, it seems like they can get the draws to go a little bit.
Yeah.
But the hits don't seem to be as responsive to the curl sweep.
hard, Dustin.
They're gonna have to work on this one a little bit.
Yeah, it's in the same spot here. It's
Yeah.
curly spot. Just missed opportunity there. Seemed a little shy with the weight. Maybe.
Yeah, I kind of got caught in the same sort of thing that Braden did there.
Yeah.
In that same spot with a bit of an overcurl.
This is the way that you threw your first one, but
But that was at 11-2 too.
That was?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were trying to throw a 10 there. It sounds like they've got 11-2 on that, and that's enough weight difference that you'll see a substantial amount more curl on a shot like that.
Oh yeah, for sure. On a swingy spot like that, it will definitely go on you faster. So I don't know what we will see now. Is there throwing up a guard or coming into the house?
I think it's worth the risk considering how he threw that.
Worth the risk by that comment. I'm thinking a guard, but
I'm thinking so, yeah.
Better speed this way, hey? Draw to pin speed?
just trying to put pressure on the Scharback team.
Brady hasn't thrown a draw yet, I don't think. Or no, he did make a good draw going away on his first one.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah.
So he should
This is
have
a
bit of
hard.
an
Yeah,
idea.
it's a hard shot here too.
Yeah, it's difficult to get the line perfect on
Yeah.
a shot like this.
Room! Room!
You gotta be full 12.
Yeah, they're gonna come
Yeah.
in the rings here and
Gotta be in.
try and
Just in's great, actually.
force
Higher the better.
Team
Never
Scharback
cut
into
coverage. Just be in.
either a tricky
Just
double or a draw.
That's fine.
Need a piece of the bottom.
Yeah, I think they were trying to cover it like the shot rock a little bit, but it didn't curl enough.
Yeah, there should be an opportunity to make the double here, potentially even still get a blank out
Oh
of it
yeah,
if you can roll the
I
shooter
think
out.
it's there for sure.
Where you have me, Brady?
Yeah. I think we got it, right? It's not an easy one either.
No, I think this is a good call here. The double's reasonable here. He's going to have to be a little bit careful here. This out turn could run a little straight on him. We've seen a few with the bigger weights here that have run fairly straight, so you can't hit it too far on the high side or you'll jam it on and leave a red in play.
Yep.
Yep. Oh.
Yep.
Yep. Hard!
Heart.
Oh, just slight over curl there and a steal of one for Team Sturmay.
We will be back for the third end here at SGI Canada, Best of the West.
He's gonna be tight again.
Our roots might be simple, but our methods are far from it. Canadian dairy farmers proudly meet some of the most stringent standards in the world, including the 42 food safety requirements set by our national quality program. We do it by working hard and by ensuring that every cow is monitored every day so that we can bring you high quality milk. High Canadian standards. That's dairy farming forward.
Saskatchewan, you know SaskTel because we're everywhere. Because being everywhere keeps us connected to you. With SaskTel sponsorships, we get to be part of your community. We're here with you, and we're here for you. It's easy to get started. All you need to do is apply. SaskTel cares. Always has, always will. To apply for sponsorship, visit sastel.com/sponsorships.
Welcome back to the SGI Canada Best of the West. Starting off the third end here, Team Sturmay versus Team Scharback. Had a bit of a miss by Team Scharback there to give up a steal at the end of the second end. They're gonna stay the offense here and get some corner guards up and see if they can get some points on the board.
Yeah, we still got a long game left, so
Yeah, there's
just get
plenty.
a couple of points on the board and we'll have a close game then.
Want to get it halfway? Halfway tight. We're good now.
Easy, easy.
We're good. We're tight.
Nice scrub.
Good shot by Jared Loddish, the lead for Team Scharback.
Tight top 12.
Jared doesn't miss much in that position. He's played really well for us over the last several years. He gets locked in with his weights and It's almost like mixed doubles. Like you could just put the guards up there without even having to throw them. You just know they're going to be good.
Yeah, it's good when you have a lead like that.
I don't know. Somebody else maybe has a lead like that. I think it's Anna Hasselberg. I hear that lead's pretty good.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, well, the importance of throwing those, like the front end rocks up good is, it's bigger than you think. Like, it's really important to get those rocks where you want them to play the game plan you want.
It really controls the outcome of every end. If you slip in the rings or hug a guard, even rolling out, you get to throw the odd hit, and if you roll out in that position, the end's basically over.
For
and
sure.
You have to regroup and start over, and it's a missed opportunity. You only get so many chances in a game to generate well set up ends. The lead can.
D-line, we're there.
It's kind of an old saying, the lead can't win you the game, but they can lose you the game.
Oh, I've never heard that one before, actually. That's tough. But it's true, I guess.
It's true, yeah. There's a nice come around by Jared.
No boy.
Yeah, good start there. See a similar start as well here.
Yeah, similar to last end.
Yeah.
Good setup for both teams. They're fairly happy with the way things look right now.
Yeah, see if they can stop as a guard this time and put a little more pressure on
Yeah, that's right. That's where things changed around for them a little bit last time when they slipped in with their guard. So it looks like he's got a better rock coming here this time. See this end play out a little different than the last end.
Yeah. Just see that nice curl there coming in. Really good. Good lined up 3 rocks there.
Yeah, it's maybe slightly tighter than he would have potentially liked. It makes the run back a little bit easier.
From the out?
Yeah.
'Cause it's not very far out of the rings. Good opportunity here to make a few reds fly and have a chance to score a multiple point end.
Yep. Straight up.
This one is not going to go the way they would like. Oh, they managed to miss their one in the rings. That would have been a real disaster.
Yeah.
That was just tied out of his hand, it looked like.
Team Sturmay is going to put the guard back up again, and he's playing the run through.
Hard.
Oh yeah.
Whoa. Yes. Hard.
It's pretty close.
Close, buddy.
Good try. Let's get the guard out of the way.
Close.
Or they got like that.
Yeah, Team Scharback's got to make a decision on how to move forward with this end here now. Team Sturmay's managed to force play into the rings early here. It's a long end to hold split rings for.
Yeah, it's difficult because those rocks are in a good position, and as a skip you see them and you maybe don't want to leave them for that long, but it's also, as you said, hard to keep your yellow rocks separated in the house for that long.
Yeah, I like this call though. He's just playing down weight. He's just going to try and shuffle those rocks around a little bit, move them, keep them around, and
wanted to roll a little bit there, I think, just to don't give him this double, but
he's got a good chance at a double back here.
That was almost a free trip to the dunes.
Seemed to keep you on it, I didn't trust.
This one isn't going to make the double. He's got to make a little rollover and front. And
It's not bad at all, actually.
no, it's a good. It was the right way to
To miss that one, yeah.
miss that one. Yeah, you can't go too hard at that double and roll out, and it give Team Scharback a good chance to get the rings separated a little better.
That's why I like that turn. I thought it would run straight down. Foot on this side. We don't have to make the double, right? It's just hit and roll.
Braden's going to attempt to hit the front rock out and roll over to the left side and get the rings split up a little bit. They're not too concerned about the one in the forefoot at this point. If they can lay second and third shot and have a chance to bring that one into play later.
Hard on the roll.
He's going to leave him that same double right back again though, so he's not going to be super happy with that one.
Shoot. Yeah.
That's a really good try.
Yeah, he's really close there. They just have to commit to that sweeping on that one there. They're not quite trusting that it's going to curl as much as it is.
So we'll see another attempt of the double takeout here. I think you're pretty happy with
Close
this
this
one.
time, yeah.
Yeah, got it.
Shot.
Shoot. Adam made.
Braden's recognizing there that he had a chance to make that one, and they needed to. Can't leave teams of this caliber the same shot like that twice in a row. They're gonna make that on you if they
You want
get
to try
another
one
chance
more?
at it.
One more go? Yeah. Peel.
Yeah.
Good
That's the end, right?
opportunity to make the double here and get a chance to get out of this end with a blank.
Yep. Yep. Hard.
We're on it right away.
Whoa, whoa. Gee.
Just missed it.
Pretty big here, so
A little
I
thick
like
there.
Yeah, just a bit of an overcurl. I think that's the first time they've thrown one with that turned down that spot. So a little bit of a guess, and it just moved up on him.
Even them up.
Sturmay is going to try and split the rings here and make it difficult for these guys to get out of here without being forced to a single.
Yeah, let's try to get the rocks even up there so they won't have a double. Try to force them to one.
Anchor Bay guy, stay off that. You're huge. Ha ha ha.
Line's good. You got some room. Always Chris. Dead even, guys. Yeah, it's gonna be Chris. Dead even's most important. Sit, 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 sit.
And they're not going to get them even. That one didn't curl very much either. It's going to leave Brady a fairly simple double attempt here.
They're taking it back at the end. What's that? They're taking it back.
They've thrown down this spot a couple times. I'd expect them to be pretty close with this one. They should know what this is going to do. I think Team Sturmay expected a little more curl on that one there. That one didn't
The hair last.
get
I
over
think so,
to the side of the
yeah.
rings as much as you'd expect there.
I was
'cause
surprised that that one ran so straight.
Yep. Whoa, 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 whoa! No! No!
Good shot by Brady.
have an empty house.
Oh, jeez.
Throw. That one ran like I thought the other one would run.
That was a nice shot. Just made it, but it's all you need, right?
Yeah,
Get it close at least. Yeah.
it was like tough because like
This half, bury it.
the broom, I put the broom in the
They
sand.
might try to
Awkward way.
actually come around there.
They're gonna
They,
try and hang one on this
Yeah.
corner of the rings there and make it a little tougher on them.
yeah, I mean, why not?
They got not much to lose at this point. When you got a little cushion, you can afford to try and put a little pressure on here and make Brady's shot a little tougher. I don't think they can get it in a spot where Brady won't have a shot at the blank, but make it a little tougher on him. Get out in the wings where nobody's played.
Exactly. Yeah.
These aren't the easiest shots in the world either, because you're curling away from the rings and you get less and less paint the further over there you go.
Oh yeah, for me, it looks like he can only stop on T line.
Yes, he has
to make it as good as
yeah,
possible.
That's
So
right. He's got a pretty small window that he's aiming for here, but it's risk-free, so he might as well give it a go.
Chris, if you want to go.
I think it's Chris.
Chris.
He's got a nice
Hard, Chris.
coming here. It's going to have to curl a
Hard,
little bit
Chris.
more if they want to get it buried. But
Line's awesome.
it's looking pretty good to
yeah,
me.
he's got a pretty good shot here. He's going to make it about as good as he could.
Yeah, that's a really good attempt. Even though it's not, I think
It's
Brady
not-
can see it all,
Yeah,
but
he can see the whole thing,
Yeah.
but it's certainly off in a spot where we haven't seen any play out here yet, so
exactly, yeah.
anything could happen in the fresh pebble out in the wings where there hasn't been any stones out here.
Yeah, and forces him to play the out turn here instead of the in turn. So
Yeah, I think in a normal situation, if that
Right there.
red guard wasn't there, you would just play the other turn, because with this turn you have to roll the entire way across the rings, so the blank's a little more difficult this way.
Yep. Yep.
Help!
All the way.
All right, you got to go on this one, Dustin. Got to go
All
on
the
this
way.
one. Got to go on this one.
exactly what you're saying right now. Just didn't make it all the way out.
Yeah, those are a little tricky because you can't flash that one, so you got to give yourself a chance. So you got to make sure you hit it, and then you're already hitting closer to the nose than what you want. So
Yeah.
we'll take a break and we'll be back for the fifth end coming up, the fourth end.
Our roots might be simple, but our methods are far from it. Canadian dairy farmers proudly meet some of the most stringent standards in the world, including the 42 food safety requirements set by our national quality program. We do it by working hard and by ensuring that every cow is monitored every day so that we can bring you high quality milk. High Canadian standards. That's dairy farming forward.
Welcome back to the SGI Canada Best of the West. We're in the fourth end, and Team Scharback is up on the board.
Yeah, sometimes it's good just to get a point on the board and get rid of that pesky hammer when it's not working for you. You're having trouble getting carrying a good setup throughout the entire end here, so they're going to take a run at seeing if they can put a steal together and get some rocks up front.
Yeah, sometimes it's just easier to not have the hammer. Just put pressure there in the middle. So we saw a good center guard here from Jared.
Top 12.
Yeah, Team Sturmay is
Light if
going
you're
to
light.
attempt to come around,
Just top 12.
Hard.
make it a little
Gotta
tougher
go.
for Team Scharback to get their next one
Gotta go.
in here and control the front of the rings.
Hard, boys. Hard, hard, hard.
Got a good rock here.
Great sweeping.
Good sweep and get that one in a good spot. It's
Yeah, actually, it's used as a center guard right now,
Yeah,
coming up
basically
that
it's-
short.
yeah,
Because I think, the double center here from calling from Brady is a really good call, because then they will have 3 center guards.
Yeah, absolutely. And
so-
the run back on the yellow isn't, the red's in the way of any
Yeah.
kind of run back attempt. They'll throw up another guard, and then they'll try and loop one around the whole mess. It's got a good rock coming down here. It looks like it might be slightly tighter than what they were hoping for. You kind of would like it to be as close to the hog line as you can in these situations so that the double peel isn't super easy. Eventually, that'll be what you see come down here to open the front up in a game with the score the way it is.
Yeah.
They can't move those rocks yet, though, so Team Sturmay is going to attempt another come around and get one into the 4-foot area here.
Line's good.
Yeah, those center guards they're tough, because you don't want to not get them over the
You
hog
don't
line,
wanna
you know?
hog it. It's a fine line. That's one of the harder shots as a lead, is try and place that second guard in the perfect spot.
Hard. Spill it off hard.
It's just slightly over curling here.
Yeah, they're going to get a little bit of a break here on this one now. The peel attempts are going to be a little more difficult now. Things are plugged up a little more at the front. They got a good chance to loop one around here and get a little pressure on them.
Team
Sturmay's had a little bit of a tougher time getting the first few rocks at the end set up exactly the way they want them. The red rocks haven't been thrown in order on this sheet. The teams have been moving them around a little bit. I think the yellow rocks are being thrown straight up there, possibly a slightly better set of rocks, and it's always a little bit of a challenge, and especially as a lead, you probably get stuck with the trickier rocks.
All the time. You gotta love them, right?
If you don't love it now, you better learn to love it, because you're gonna have to
Exactly.
throw them all game, so you gotta figure it out. Dustin's gonna
Just gotta be
Sick
happy
this-
with what you get. Just a little bit too heavy.
slips a little deep there, but it's a rock that's in play, and
Pretty close to going back.
Okay.
Try to do this way, actually.
Just trying to get any double here, really. So.
yeah, Karsten's realizing that the ones on
Lined up onto
the
that
left
back.
side of the sheet are they're lined up to go straight back on anything that would be in the 4-foot area. He's going to try and get rid of the center guard and the one on the side of the
Little
4-foot.
thinner than 2/3.
And
Half.
it makes it tough then for Team Scharback to have anywhere to hide. They can go around those two that are going to be left here, but it's they're going to have a hard time avoiding their run back.
Hard. Hard.
Hard, bud. Push it back.
Go, let it go.
Push it back. Push it back.
Hard.
That's not the result that Team Sturmay was hoping for there.
Just keeps the guard in play.
Sorry.
Right around this one.
Not a huge fan of this front. Wrap right here.
That's what my first thought was.
It's gotta be like top button. Your top 8, you can just get all 3.
Either that or. Oh, I guess.
Super jammy.
I actually think
How
I
hard do you
like
wanna go?
Braden's call here in this
Pretty hard.
stage of the game.
What would Meach do?
Hey, Meach on the guard.
Oh my God.
Meach likes the guard.
There you go.
I'd be easier with the outturn.
I think so too, yeah.
Yeah.
he just knew. Oh, that's funny.
Straight guard this one.
Well, it's been one of the fun things about curling with these guys over the last few years. They're
Yeah, yeah.
young group of guys,
Nice.
and I like to hope that I've imparted a little bit of curling strategy with the guys over
Oh yeah, I'm
the
100% sure you have. It's actually funny. It's always for us too when it's like a little situation there, and we're like, what would Wayne do? Because Wayne Madai is our
That's right,
coach,
yeah.
and we always like say that, or Anna says that. What would Wayne do? So it's a
Get it over.
it's a good thought there,
That's nice,
just to
it's
think
over.
outside the box a little bit.
Yeah. Well, there's not too many guys that know the game any better than Wayne Madai.
That was pretty good.
Oh, unfortunately, Dustin can't get that one over the hog line. They'll be disappointed with that result. We're going to see the front removed here.
Half a rock.
Won't have much going after that.
No.
Trying to send the red back.
Hard. 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 Gotta go. Hard.
On this one, still looks like good high side there.
Yeah, nice double.
This leaves the one top 12. There. As I said, it's still a guard, if you would.
That's right. Yeah, no, it
So-
absolutely is. And there's still shot at the back here. So
Yeah.
I think at this point you don't have much choice, but I guess you can look at removing this one. And
You like one more guard or no?
What?
You like one more guard or no?
I think Braden is
Guard?
really likes the guards here.
I don't know if I'm a fan of a guard.
Put some
Almost
pressure.
Like this better.
Well, going around's not bad because if he ends up missing it.
Get.
No, Brady, I like your draw.
Get.
He has a point there.
mean, if he makes
they
it,
ever
he makes
run
Like
the
back
red
four
one,
is
they
okay.
probably
gonna
won't
have-
sit in the house, right? They will stay as a
that's right.
guard.
They're going to have one good, if Braden makes this well, they'll have one good chance at that run back. And if they happen to miss it, they can cap it off and
Yeah.
make it a little hard on Team Sturmay.
Yeah, they're sitting in shot rocks. I think this is a good call.
Clean. Clean for line.
Stay close to
Okay,
the
whoa,
line.
you're good. Whoa,
Stay
you don't need it.
close.
No, you don't need it.
Back four.
Doesn't need it. Get.
It's good try by Braden there. Couple feet heavy.
No worries, dude.
That's quick there.
That's tough to do. And you've been playing great all weekend. I feel bad about it.
That's fast there.
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
Looks like Team Sturmay is going to take a crack at the run back here and get things opened up a little bit.
Looks really close. All stays
Yeah,
in the
they got a-
rings.
yeah, they got a bit of a break
Yeah.
there with the jam.
Yeah, nice to roll in.
Good throw.
Yeah, yeah.
I think the hit's probably the shot. 10.
Even if we roll like 8 foot over here.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Yep.
Yep. Yep. Yep. Yep. Oh.
Nice shot by Braden.
Really nice shot.
Every way you see.
I like that. That's the out turn still? Yeah, a little low. Your way.
Fairly long double here.
He shouldn't be in the rings afterwards if he makes it. He's close.
It is.
He jamming it again.
It's just laughing.
That makes
That's
it a little,
unfortunate, actually.
Yeah, that's a tough miss now because it gives them a chance to tuck one around there and put a little pressure on.
Half open.
I think that's the
It
shot.
was a good try. Those long ones like that, they're the difference between dead jamming it and making the double is only about a quarter of an inch on your shooter, and
it's just so small.
yeah, the window of the window to actually jam that the way he did is it's pretty unlucky.
Yeah, if we take a piece, it's going to go here.
Yeah.
So I think,
Okay. Score right top button. Make that round.
okay. 15-5 here, Brady.
Yeah. Right in the middle.
Okay.
Sounds like the sheets come right up to speed. Nice.
Yeah.
We're talking 15.5 for the hog-to-hog time on this draw.
Get the Jaeger bombs ready, Brady said.
It's a little early to get on the Jaeger bomb train yet, boys. There's a bit of game left.
It's like 9:30. I don't know.
It's got to be.
I don't know
It's
about
5
that.
o'clock in Sweden, probably though. Hey.
Oh yeah, that's what he's thinking.
Team Scharback does need a little help, even if they are to win this game with their 2 losses.
Line's good. Clean early. Clean early.
They would need the Stars to align some help, quite a bit of help from some other teams, and I think the draw to the button that would determine an elimination on the tiebreaker is not in the Team Scharback favor either.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
Had a couple bad ones last night,
Yeah.
right? So
a couple tough ones.
Yep.
Got a good shot here though.
yeah, it's a good try.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's doesn't change what Team Sturmay was gonna try here, so they did need a miss either way
Just
out
gave
of them.
us a
So.
bad call. Like, they didn't call till...
And they've seen this now quite a few times. I'd expect Karsten to be pretty close on this. They've got a good line on this spot on the sheet. They've thrown quite a few runs here.
Yeah, they should be close.
Yeah, this one's gonna run on him a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a hair wide, and that spot there, it will run like that on you. They're gonna.
Oh, it will. Just straight spot like that. If you're hair high to release, I
just
think,
that slide in out motion, and it'll never come back
Yeah.
from that in that spot.
Right there's probably the shot.
He's probably not drawing anyway.
No, if you go right there, he's got to make the double to give us one. There's no triple. Same broom, 3 feet less weight.
He's not going to draw.
What?
He's not drawing.
No, but then he can't hit for shot. Like if you're half in, right there, he has no draw, and if he hits this, he won't count. I won't count the other one.
Yeah, okay.
Like just cross this one a hair.
They got to be a little bit careful here. I think, if they over curl that a little bit, they'll leave a slash triple.
I was just thinking higher. It may give the seal a 2, but...
Yeah,
I like
if
Brady's
you're
thought
here,
process
he's making-
there.
he's
I would
making
say so
contact for
too.
sure.
Like,
Okay,
just
a little bit higher.
play it a little
I think
safe,
full
make
eight.
him actually play a shot that they haven't played in a while, which is the draw, and especially now when it seems like it's fast there.
Do you think he's
It might
Right on the
be
G.
a little tougher to get in there.
full 8?
Yeah, I think with the score the way it is, it's unless Brady misses his line on this one by quite a bit, I think you'll probably see Sturmay take another run at that double or triple.
Yeah.
They can afford to give him a point. Tempting a draw at this point. It's probably what
Yeah, you
Team
don't wanna
Scharback
give
would
up
like
more.
Yeah, they'd like to try and tempt them into trying that draw. But I think if
Wait,
Brady's
Ed.
line's good here, I doubt we'll see him try that draw, because it's going to be a difficult draw.
Yeah.
Unless this happens to overcurl or undercurl substantially and open up the back. This one is looking like it could potentially overcurl a little bit and open up the back.
I just wanted to stop here now.
It's okay.
Lost their line a little
did
bit.
overcurl.
Opened up the back one here. So.
Here? Yeah, I like that. Yep.
Looks like he's still playing little draw tap.
Yeah, that's right.
Right
He's
there.
got to make that decision before he throws it. You don't
Yeah.
want to. You need to know whether you're playing a straight draw or whether you're playing it with a little bit of a tap weight, because just that little bit of difference in the weight will make so much difference on your line.
Same speed.
Karsten's a very technically sound player. He lines up nicely and really nice straight delivery and release.
Line's good. Chris, if you want to go.
Close here. If the weight's good, he
Line's
should
good.
be in
Sweep
a.
for team.
Line's great now.
Should have a
Hard,
good
you
shot
gotta go.
Can't hurt it. Can't hurt it.
Hard, hard, hard.
Come on, guys.
Hard, 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 hard.
Go, Mike. Go, 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 go.
Really nice draw there. Pressure draw and just makes it perfect.
We'll go to break and.
Yeah, we'll be back with the SGI Canada after this break.
Our roots might be simple, but our methods are far from it. Canadian dairy farmers proudly meet some of the most stringent standards in the world, including the 42 food safety requirements set by our national quality program. We do it by working hard and by ensuring that every cow is monitored every day, so that we can bring you high-quality milk. High Canadian standards. That's dairy farming forward.
Hi, I'm Mike Squires, and I invite you to come down to SMP and see why we're Saskatchewan's #1 Chevrolet dealer. We've been serving Saskatoon and surrounding areas for over 50 years. With over 400 new and used vehicles on the lot, SMP will have the vehicle you're looking for. We also have an amazing staff with hundreds of years of combined experience in sales, service, collision repair to help you with all your automotive needs. Come visit us at 715 Circle Drive East or online at spchev.ca.
When you buy a lottery ticket in Saskatchewan, your money really goes a long way. More than 12,000 sport, culture, and recreation groups receive funding from Sask Lotteries every year.
Welcome back. This is the SGI Canada Best of the West. And we're back in the fifth end. And we have a 4-1 lead right now for Team Sturmay.
Yeah, Karsten made a good shot at the end of that end there for his point. It's always nice when you can have a little bit of backing for your draw, but he threw the right weight.
Yeah,
and,
he sure didn't need it.
Didn't need it, yeah. So it's he hasn't thrown a draw for a little bit. Good communication from his front end on what the weight would be. See Team Scharback try and put the corner freeze on this one on the top of the 8 and mix things up.
I like to go a bit. Gotta go, Brady.
Hard line. Hard line.
Gotta go.
Hard line.
We're just like halfway.
Yeah, this looks
Just
a
a
little
little
tight.
shy on
yeah.
weight there, and it just they just get
goes,
going on you.
yeah.
They're just a little bit light, and they're just no chance. Still a good shot in this situation. They'll take rocks and play, and they're not gonna love that everything's messed up around the middle there, but
No,
I think
but it's still a guard.
that's right. It's a guard, and it's going to be an opportunity to try and generate some points.
Yeah, when you're down 3, you love the guards.
Yeah, you'll take whatever you can
Yes.
get.
Room.
Tricks Team Sturmay into not peeling.
Small bump on it.
Off.
Small bump.
No.
Around it
Yeah, this looks a little
Yeah, this
heavy.
one's coming in a little bit heavy
Yeah.
here. He's gonna
need a curl here to nod.
Okay.
Yeah, he would have liked to have kept that,
Yeah.
get that in behind the guard there. So nice chance here to make a little hit and roll, tap these back a little bit.
What's that?
10. Braden, you want more?
No.
Okay. You want
So with the shot, it's
less?
really important to stay in the house, even if it's
will,
not
yeah.
buried behind the guard. You want to stay in the house with this rock.
Yeah, you'd really like to force Team Sturmay to have to make a play on this, and then it gives you the opportunity to make a play around those center guards and get some rocks in there and try and generate some points. So it looks close.
Yep.
It does.
Whoa.
They're liking it.
Dustin's got a beauty there. Great
Really
shot.
good shot. Get the 2 red ones back there. Wasn't necessary, but good shot.
No, it doesn't hurt to open that up, though. They were going to have to deal with that rock in the forfeit at some point,
Yeah.
and now
It was a good placed rock, so
they should have
really
a
nice
chance
shot.
here now to be able to go around the guard after this one plays out. Hope for a little miss here. You never want to hope for the other team to miss, but sometimes you just need to hope for the other team
Sometimes
to
the coach wants the other team to miss.
Hard. Gotta go. Hard.
miss. Sounds like he might have been a little soft on his release on this one there. Jumped it right out of his hand. He's still got a chance to
I
get it
think
by.
so, yeah.
Yeah.
Still holding it.
It's a heck of a sweep there.
Really good sweeping. Still
there.
get the roll too. Yeah. Confirming the good sweeping there.
Get around that corner. Yeah. I'm thinking like 15-3 to tee on this side. 15. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think we can go a bit, but
Room.
top four.
6. Make it a 6.
Top four.
I'll be close if you're 6. Braden's rock.
Gonna get Braden tight on this one and try to get it to loop in there. The line's coming good now. They've got it
Yeah,
curling.
that's good. That's good. That's good.
It's actually almost over
Yeah, it's
curls.
almost going to come out the other side. Yeah, you got to be careful. Braden's quite an effective sweeper, and you can overdo it.
Yeah,
It's pretty easy.
it's easy to
for
do
the
that.
first half of the season we played together, I don't know how many times I said, yeah, oh, whoa, no. You can really get him running, and that same idea, you can get him to curl as well.
Yeah.
So if you want him to sweep, you better mean it when you call yes, because
Wicked hard.
Because he can sweep.
Even if you
Yeah.
got double peel, you're still not in good shape.
Yeah, I'm thinking double run. This is the one we're talking about.
they're going to have a little chat about this one and try and see what they want to.
Obviously, if you make the double run, it's good. If you make the double peel only, you're still staring 2 in the face.
I think that's okay though. We're up 3, right? I think this is. I think it's too early. I like coming in on yours, but if we just get the double peel, that's fine. Hair low. Right?
Yeah.
It's a good point there. Like giving up 2 here is not the end of the world.
Absolutely,
And just makes the shots easier for the skip later on.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Being that there's a corner guard, though, if they only do just double peel, it actually brings a 3 into play. And with the corner guard, they can sink one around there.
Hard.
They'd love to make contact with the yellow one here.
He's not looking like he's going to, though. He's only going to get the single peel.
Yeah.
That's certainly not what they were hoping for there.
Or you try to wrap one more.
Well, Team Sturmay still has them playing around center guard
Always
and
have this to get us in trouble.
shutting the rings down
Always
on them,
have
making the
this,
scoring
we
area
can
smaller.
Take away our end, even if we're sitting really good.
Yeah.
I think you gotta beat him there.
Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with that. It just
And then this is wide open if he ever makes a big mistake.
this when we draw here. Even if he peels zones, actually needs a pretty simple double. It's the only thing I.
Yeah, so
Well, then we do that.
they're
We're
thinking right now that it have to be the first one coming around there.
Or
Because
you'd
they don't
rather
want
do this
Team
right
Sturmay
now.
to do that.
It's a difficult shot. I don't think at this point in the game you'll see Sturmay try that unless he's got no other option on his
No,
last
I wouldn't
one.
think so. And they're sitting shot right now as well, but
Yeah,
they're
I
gonna
think
hit this one.
this is an okay
What do you think?
call. You don't
Like the hit and roll?
typically want to be doing too much hitting when you're down in a spot like this in a game, but I think
Yeah.
they can make a
We tried to
play
talk
here
ourselves out of it, but-
late too. They'll still have an opportunity to get around the corner or the center guard again
Yeah, they will.
at the later in the end, and still early enough.
Try and pull the
in the
air
end.
inside a bit. But
Whoa!
whoa, whoa!
Clean! Clean!
Clean!
Yep! 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 Hard!
Good shot by Braden there.
Yeah, really good shot.
See Team Sturmay attempt to roll back underneath the guard. They're obviously just thinking about
floating around
removing
a bit.
stones as they move through the end here and try not to give up more than a deuce.
I said we think we want to get into too big of a mess. Like if we get 2 here, it's game on again.
Chris! 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 Hard, Chris! Hard, Chris!
Might have jumped that one a little early, maybe,
Yeah, that one made a
with
little move on
the
them.
sweeping from the outside. Just
Yeah.
rolls sitting shot though, so
Sorry, man. No, I thought it picked 10 feet up.
It might be worth trying to either draw around the center or the corner now at this point, even though that one is shot at the back there. What do you like?
yeah, just trying to figure out like how to get 3 here. Like 2 still game, but you have the opportunity to get your 3 here.
That's right, and if you say you go around the corner guard right now, you put Team Sturmay in a situation where they're, looking like a lonely red one in the rings there.
Yeah.
If you can force them into a draw, potentially have a chance at a 3, but they're gonna take the little bit safer road here at this point and try and guarantee their 2 and
They
try
can
and
still
get
bury
themselves
this
back
one.
in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can still make a good roll on this and give themselves a chance. Looks like they're nicely on the nose there. And Team Sturmay will have to deal with that and you maybe hope for a little rollout or something like that at some point to get a chance to get around.
You flopped great. Yes.
It's really close to me.
Yeah, that's good sweeping again.
Yeah.
They just let it go a little bit at the end there. They had her made. Yeah, that one didn't roll off, didn't jump off very.
Over there, it's.
The roll didn't come off as hard as what the rings are quite lively here, and you typically see rocks roll at least as far as you think they're going to, a little further, and that one just kind of hit the slide path on the center line there and just kind of stopped dead on them. They thought that would roll a little further.
I think even Brady did that.
Or freezes.
Freeze is not a. Then you can just guard it. So you never get free.
I'm still looking at that corner guard that you could play for 3 on the last one. If you ever could freeze here and you see a miss, you.
Absolutely, and I don't think you'll see Sturmay just guard it because that corner guard's there. I don't think he wants to give him any shot at a.
We're trying to go here, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that should be pretty close. Just through the rings. You like that ice?
Yeah?
Yeah.
So if they want to tap it to sit too.
Yeah, it looks like Brady's going to try and play a little, kind of a little freeze tap and try and chap in behind the ones on the center line there.
Exactly. Well, we gotta hope that if he makes a perfect draw, then I'm probably running the corner. Yep. There's something right there. Thank you.
Yeah, he did throw here in the first, right? That little quiet wait he did. It's a little later in the game right now, but.
Yeah, that one. Making a little early move on him.
Yeah.
They're going to have to work on this one to get it by. Looking like he's got a chance still. Good sweeping.
Oof. Really nice shot.
Yeah. Stop curling.
That's probably a good thing, Braden.
That's what you wanted. That's what you want with the sweeping.
That's why you're yelling hard.
Like that?
Getting somewhat close to that one, but I don't feel a little.
Hopefully the audience can forgive Sophia and I for our amateur announcing here. It's actually the first time that either one of us have done this sort of thing. I think Sophia's a bit of a natural at it. I think when she's done winning Olympic medals and world championships, she's got a future in broadcasting potentially.
We'll see about that.
Well, you've been carrying our team all game.
Oh,
here,
that's nice of you.
Karsten's going to try and put a freeze on here by the looks of it.
Yeah, just a little more ice than what Brady had, and it's going to see him come down to the yellow one back 4.
Yeah, he's got to make a good shot here. There's if he's not locked right on, there's going to potentially be a chance for people to tap it off and score a 3, which should get.
It's pretty much right off his hand here, the sweeping for line.
They jumped that hard early. He's
Hard, you got it! Hard! Hard!
pretty close.
It is.
Oh, they got a little. Oh, geez, that rub might have helped them a little bit.
Actually, yes,
Yeah,
it would.
I think it would have been better. Would have been better for Team Scharback if they'd have got that by. It redirected it right back onto a proper line, and now they're in tough. I think he's got a pick for 2, and it's not an easy one.
Not an easy one.
Together.
Yeah, no.
But I think that's the only option. I don't see any shot for 3.
No,
So
just Try to pick it clean for your deuce.
You want to see a little bit more?
A little more ice? I'll see it in the hack, probably.
I was thinking here.
Yeah, these are tough because you almost are shooting for the flash to pick it clean enough.
Oh yeah, you have to. They're so close together, so.
Yeah,
right there.
These ones are.
You sure want to get your one, but you need your two here, really. So
absolutely.
You gotta really play for it.
Yeah, you gotta commit to this one because it's a game changer, and it's one of those ones. As a skip, you just need to make.
Yeah.
That was a good try. They just
it was.
Get the sweepers on a hair quicker there, and they have a good chance at that.
That was a tough shot.
Yeah, tough shot, and they get a single on the board and move to the next end.
Yeah, we'll be back after the break.
Might be simple, but our methods are far from it. Canadian dairy farmers proudly meet some of the most stringent standards in the world, including the 42 food safety requirements set by our national quality program. We do it by working hard and by ensuring that every cow is monitored every day, so that we can bring you high-quality milk. High Canadian standards. That's dairy farming forward.
Welcome back to the SGI Canada Best of the West. Starting off the sixth end with a long center guard by Team Scharback. And
that's good. Make the hard guard first. just play it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's definitely the tougher one. The next one to come around it, tighter to the rings is an easier one. It's nice to get that tough one out of the way right out of the gate. So being that it's only the sixth end, they could potentially play a tick on that rock if they wanted to, as the no-tick rule doesn't come into effect until the 8th and the extra end. So,
correct.
But most of the teams are staying fairly aggressive out here. We haven't seen the tick played very often.
No, I haven't seen it at all, actually.
No, I don't think I've seen one either.
Top 12. Top 12 right now. Heavy right now.
You want to freeze this?
I think that might be a bit of a mindset thing, when you know that you can't play the tick in the 8th or the extra. I almost wonder sometimes if it kind of leaves your shot options even earlier in the game, even though it could still be an option, you kind of don't go there. It seems like.
Yeah, it might be. And coming this way, it's like the 6th end, it will be the same way. You go with the 8, so as a lead, you'd love to throw as many rocks to the forward there as you can. So
that's right. Yeah, you're going to need it in the later
in the 8th,
games.
yeah, probably. So
yeah, it's nice to keep that dialed in. Team Sturmay's going to throw a couple of rocks into the forefoot here and force Team Scharback to have to deal with some rocks in the top half of the rings here in order to get into a steal position.
Hard!
Just trying to get this one by. Just didn't make it. Trying again, putting up another guard.
Yeah, I think at this point you don't have much choice. The center guard's quite long at this point, and ice that curls this much. That that guard's almost not in play. So you need to get one tighter to the rings and help shut down that forfeit area a little bit, have an opportunity for a steal.
Yeah, for sure.
How deep?
You have one in the house sitting pretty good there, so.
Top four.
Looks like this one's maybe a little heavy as well. That spot must be quick. Both Jared and Dustin here looking like they're slipping a little bit further than what they were hoping for. But they can still make a good shot out of this if you can put a little freeze on the corner of the red.
Oh yeah, they got options.
Yeah, that still works.
Great guards, boys.
There's never any
well,
lack
we'll
of
see
sympathy.
about you next.
That's right. Braden's got to be a little careful there.
Yeah, guards are hard.
as we all know, your turn always comes around. You try not to be too hard on your guys because they're going to get a chance at some point to
Get back
give it
to
back
you.
to you.
Yeah, for sure.
These are a pretty fun group of guys, so they take the jabbing pretty good. There's no shortage of razzing and
oh yeah, for
giving
sure.
a hard time.
They're just having a good time.
It keeps it light, and it's you don't want to be too serious out there. We're all out here just trying to have some fun, and
That's good.
It's a competitive situation. It gets a little stressful at times, and it's nice to have a little comedy relief when you got. It seems like when you have Brady Scharback in the room, there's never any lack of comedy relief.
Not really, no. He's a funny guy.
Yeah, I think you probably see that on a daily basis,
Yeah.
I'm sure. Another long center as the team Sturmay remove that one from play, and eventually they'll be forced to deal with these ones in the rings.
Yeah, probably gonna see some guards coming up and then the peel from Team Sturmay.
That's right. Yeah, you'll see that a few times. There's not a lot of great options in the rings for Team Sturmay to make much of a play at this point, so they'll wait, bide their time, and they'll wait for Brady to make his move in the rings there, and then they'll have an opportunity to take some cracks at moving those rocks out of there.
Yep. Okay, you're good.
Looks like Braden's got a good one coming here. I would expect that he would have hunkered down in the hack there a little bit on this one to make sure after his razzing comments that he gets this one in the right spot.
Oh, he's just perfect. Lucky him.
It's good to be good.
Yeah. Just confidence, right?
Fortunately, in these situations, when the scoreboard's working against you like this, you feel a bit at the mercy of how this is going to play out, because it's difficult to get in a good opportunity here to steal now with the way that the house is set up.
Yeah.
I think they're going to have a chance at some point here to maybe tap that yellow one back a little bit and make a bit of a pocket. It's always a question of how long to wait before you make your move. You don't want to do it too early and give them too many cracks at doubles.
No, exactly.
I think I might throw one more guard, I think, at this point.
No, like if we
There's still
on this side, even
3 Sturmay stones to come, and that's quite a bit of ammo yet to do some damage in the rings.
Absolutely. I think they need to push it a little bit more.
Yeah, I think you need to take the chance on this one. I don't see Sturmay doing much other than peeling it anyway. Things aren't sitting good enough for him to really do too much.
Yeah.
What I can't do is this.
So you could tap it into a little pocket for sure, and just hope that Sturmay leaves that so they can freeze into it later on.
Yeah, if they can get these lined up well, there's a chance that it may not be that easy for Team Sturmay to get everything moving, but you're going to have to get the right angles. Are going to have to be
Tap it to the back 4 foot.
set up nice for you here. It'll be an opportunity to blast everything out of there.
It's coming this side too. We haven't seen this side
Back 8.
as much as the other one, so
Try to tap the red one even with the other red one. We gotta be. If I'm gonna miss it, like I'm trying to nose it. If I'm gonna miss it, I gotta miss it on the inside. If I'm 3/4 high, it's just an auto triple. So don't hammer it early. Like even if I'm dead frozen on it and it's light, it's okay.
Braden's having some good communication with the sweepers about the right way to miss this shot here. It's important for them to know which way they can err on this one. The line's really critical on this. If they don't get it lined up well, it'll be a pretty natural triple, like Braden said. So it's nice for the sweepers to have a pretty good idea about how this needs to line up when it's done.
it's important to know what you're sweeping for.
Yeah, exactly. He's got a nice shot coming here. He's gonna do like he said. Just maybe a smidge light on that one, hey?
Yeah,
They were trying to tap it. I might just a slight over curl. I think his weight wasn't bad to tap him to even.
nose it,
Yeah,
but-
if you nose it, you're probably tapping him even. Angles aren't terrible for Team Scharback here.
You won't corner free.
I don't think you can get rid of all 3 of them.
I feel like with this, the 3 is gonna.
No, it's not gonna go.
Yeah. What about off of this one?
Probably just nose it.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to throw it hard, just in case, like? I mean, in
Firm?
case.
I think firm is probably the weight. Firm is probably the weight.
Yeah, just talking about the situation here with the weight. If they ever throw it a little light and they hit the right red one here, it could potentially stick to the other red one.
Yeah, I think they're going to make sure that if it does touch any of the ones at the back, that they still get the one that they're trying to hit out of the range.
Exactly. Just play it firm and right on the nose. That's the call.
Some nice camera angles there from the guys. They've got a real professional setup out here with some good cameramen and some nice screens for the audience to watch the live feed.
Clean! No, clean! Great shot.
Makes it exactly the way you wanted.
There's some interesting angles here. There's an opportunity for them to tap this back, and that red one stayed on the corner of the yellow there.
Yeah, they won't be able to run it straight down.
back. Yeah,
No,
that's
yeah.
right.
It would open things up.
The best shot is if we get this and leave this line into this one.
Yeah, straight in line with it.
But then it's still not great.
But we're rolling out to make that.
If we go here, Brady, you can drag it and get this one.
If I tap this to there, then we'll have a double off of my shooter. If I tap it on nose.
The shot is just.
If I tap this 7/8 high, tap this one here so that it's lined up.
What do you like here, Sophia? I'm not sure what my favorite play is here. I'm wondering if you couldn't tap the high side of the yellow.
If you want to tap it like to right here,
He runs the double off.
I think Brady's worried about rolling
Where
his
his shooter's
shooter
gonna
goes
roll.
right here, and the red ones will like have this double here.
Yeah,
You know?
that's an issue. I think if you're going to tap that one, you throw a little extra weight.
I would
and
say
try and
so
get your
too.
shooter to roll over to the side of the 8 foot.
Like even if you roll, like hit it with like a,
You gotta keep this one here.
I don't know,
Say hack or board
hack,
blade.
yeah, and you can
Get it
roll
in behind the red
about
there.
here,
Like,
maybe.
I think that's a good shot. And then your shooter will roll all the way over to the side of the 8
Yeah.
foot, and there won't be any double back.
Exactly. And because you can't really play the straight run on the red one down, so he might have to play on the double right here, and they might jam. So
Yeah.
yeah, You got options, but
All you're doing is pushing right there.
Nice job on the telestrator.
thank you. I've been waiting to do that all my life.
I don't know, they make it look really hard on TSN all the time. It wasn't so bad.
That might be the call.
Just make rings and
That's right.
Yeah.
Draw circles and arrows. What
Yeah.
more could you do?
Still roll the shooter
Won't be
away.
great because you have this, but it's okay. Play this.
Okay, back 8.
Back 8, back 12.
Same ice as you had, Jimmy, real close. If I have that positive throw, it'll be on the
Yeah,
right
actually,
side.
even if you play this tap on this, and even if it goes right past the red and taps it in between the two reds in the 4-footer, you don't have to move that one off the button right now.
no, you don't actually.
Nice to hit it a little bit thinner, chip it over and behind, set up a little bit of a wall there, get a pocket for your last one.
Timeout.
Braden's all wishing for a coach's timeout. Unfortunately, they didn't allow any coaching timeouts for this event. They're not running on time clocks here, so there wasn't much point in actually calling a timeout. But I think quite a few of the teams here did have coaches with them, and unfortunately, they weren't having them access the ice in this event. But
They'll have to figure it out themselves.
Yep.
So what's the call here, Sean?
I think he's got to get on this one because they got to.
It's more of the straight tap.
Yeah, I like the thinner tap.
The thinner, yeah.
I actually think I like this better anyway.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that's exactly what you're looking for there.
That's a good shot.
Yeah, I think it's a really good shot. They're going to have chance to open this up, and hopefully they can have a shot at a nice freeze on the last one here.
It's not too bad, actually.
It's not bad.
Just about 5 feet extra weight.
Yeah, all right. Just less weight when I made it.
Maybe just tapped it a hair too far. They can make the double on the yellows if they like, but that still leaves a good freeze opportunity on the last one. The way this is lined up here, it could dead jam right on that red one and then stay corner frozen to the yellow and make it a little difficult on Team Scharback if they make this the way they have it drawn up.
I got close ice, eh?
Clean. Whoa. Clean. Chris. Chris. Whoa. Gotta go, Chris. Hard, Chris. Hard, Chris.
Yeah.
It's not a bad result,
It's
but I think
not,
there's an opportunity here for if Brady can tap this one on the nose and sit there right in the top of the 4-foot.
Yeah, just try to
that's right.
sit 2 actually.
Yeah, I think you can actually lay 2, and it's going to be not
Try
the
to keep
easiest
try to
shot
keep
in the
that
world
red
for-
one as a catcher.
Yeah, absolutely.
T-line and then sweep it.
Good opportunity here.
Back button and sweep it.
I think that's close.
Tap this on the nose or just a hair high, and it's going to be a difficult score.
Close as we can get it.
Yeah. He'll be here.
Yeah, I was a little surprised that I didn't play more weight on.
Yeah, I actually expected them to throw that a little harder as well.
Okay, so I'm gonna throw like T-line on this, and then sweep that way.
Actually, and where his shooter rolled to on that one, it might have made his life a little more difficult.
Back
because
button
that
lane,
one's
we'll sweep
could end up
it.
being in the road.
Clean, line's good. Yep.
This is another one of those shots when the line and the weight have to match up.
Only if you have to. Dustin, you gotta go. Dustin, you gotta go. Yes!
They need to get
They gotta move it far enough to get the shot. You gotta stay on that. Move it.
Oh, I don't know if that was enough.
I don't know if it was either.
We won?
I think we're one.
Guys.
Brady thinks they're one.
That looks like it. Oh, they just get that another couple of inches and make them look at it. But it's still a good setup. It's not easy to pick that one out of there.
Oh no, it's not. Definitely not.
Yeah. Then you'd score this one.
Yeah. I think it just glances off the top and kind of pushes it through the hole.
You think it might go through?
I think so.
Okay. How thin? We're talking about just playing lightly and.
That is dangerous, though. You over curl and.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I agree.
I think it's this.
So
you gotta throw it pretty hard.
He thought that playing
thinner's better.
If you want to try
directly on the shot rock is
thinner's better, though.
dangerous because if they ever over curl and it happens to tap in the top yellow one, it's a steal of 2 instead.
Yeah, and this will be interesting to see if this one will squeak through here. These rocks are close together. They could, depending where they hit the shooter, they could get a little drag on this one, and it might chunk that back one a little thicker than what they're
thinking. Yeah. And then it will just dead jam there. They need a really thin one on the shot rock to get it out.
Get his mind about what's happening here.
Last rock. 6-10.
No lack of weight anyway.
No. Just missed it.
Picked it clean right over the head, They needed to be a little closer to the nose on that and get it to drag back a little more. They hit it a little too thin. It just poked it right over the top.
Yeah.
Oh, that just missed it. Oh, that was very, very close to being perfect.
Yeah. Really nice try. And we're going to the break, and we will be back with the SGI Canada Best of the West soon.
Our roots might be simple, but our methods are far from it. Canadian dairy farmers proudly meet some of the most stringent standards in the world, including the 42 food safety requirements set by our national quality program. We do it by working hard and by ensuring that every cow is monitored every day so that we can bring you high-quality milk. High Canadian standards. That's dairy farming forward.
Welcome back to the SGI Canada Best of the West. We're going to have a look at the shot of the game so far, brought to you by SaskMilk. Nice double peel by Team Sturmay.
Yeah, just open up that front there that didn't look good for them.
Back to the live action here. Got a center guard up for Team Scharback and a nice come around by the lead from Team Sturmay.
This is a little difficult, like positioning there with the first guard. It's hard to place two rocks in the free guard zone.
That's right. Yeah, that one's just dead center between the house and the hog line, and there's not a great spot to put a second guard up in that situation, so they're gonna kind of be forced to come into the rings on this one. You'd like to see that guard either tighter to the rings or just over the hog line.
Yeah.
So there's room for a second one, and they're not so close together to have an easy double peel.
You pass the line. Just that's it. Nice shot.
It's a good shot by Jared.
Yeah, it's probably as good as you can make it.
No.
Here we go.
Here we go. We're going to see a tick. Somebody forgot to tell them they changed the rules.
Yeah.
Just when we said we hadn't seen one all
Exactly.
weekend.
It's like they heard us. Like, we want to see it. Come on.
Well, and the leads at the higher levels of curling are so good at these shots. I actually think it's an interesting change. I kind of like it because you see the tick is such a big part of the game nowadays, and it determines the outcome of games. And these guys are making it. Guys and gals are making it all the time, and it's rarely missed almost
For
anymore.
sure.
So.
To be honest, I don't mind it as they have right now in like the 8th, the last and the extra end, to make it more interesting coming like without hammer. But it's been such a big part of the strategy for like in the middle of the game, and to take that away it's
Halfway.
It's a little bit like it's too bad because it takes away one part of the game plan that you can play.
Right, so you like it at the end of the game, but not so much through the middle of the game.
I think so, yes.
Yeah.
Been playing it right now at the Worlds. It's been okay, but as a lead, I miss it also to be able to play those shots. It's like one of the shots that you like.
That's the one time when the lead can win you the game is when you can make those two ticks, and it's pretty much game over once you make those two ticks. It's tough to. You need a miss after that if you make those two ticks to even have a chance.
Yeah. But to play it for like the more offensive way, where you can like in the middle of the game and you can roll behind your corner guard or whatever. It's a fun strategy, and I'm sad to see that go. But on the other hand, it's going to be close games, all the ends.
Yeah, I always found that it was a little bit unfortunate at times where you have a barn burner of a game that it's fantastic curling the whole game, great shots being made, and then the last end of the game is the most boring end of the whole game because you bring those ticks into play.
And you have nothing.
And then it's just easy peels and a draw to the 8-foot to win, and I think it'll certainly make for better reviewing. A little more stressful for the curlers, unfortunately, if you're in that.
Coming home with hammer, and all of a sudden you're in a position where you will have pressure on yourself for sure.
That's right, and I think that you'll see the strategy change a little bit on teams being willing to come home, tied up without, or in an opportunity where you have no choice but to steal. That was kind of death before.
Exactly.
You only had a very small percent chance of winning a game coming home without the hammer. And I think, you'll see those stats even up a little bit more, where your chance to win a game without the hammer is actually, you actually have a hope.
Yeah, it should be. Should be more that way for sure. And then it comes down to how good you are at opening up that middle.
That's right, you're obviously still going to have a chance to open up the middle at some point. It'll, instead of a couple of ticks, you'll see some runs at some double peels and things like that. Sturmay is opening up the front.
Yeah, they're looking pretty good this end so far.
Yeah, I think we're going to see that same situation where they're going to throw some guards until you're kind of forced to eventually. Team Scharback's going to have to deal with that stone in the top 4-foot area there. And once they're forced to make that play, it'll open up an opportunity for Sturmay to get the 4-foot open, make it a little easier to score. I think that's their number one goal in this end, is to make sure that they, I guess even a steal at this point isn't the end of the world. It tied up coming home.
Yeah, but as we said, it puts pressure on them.
Being that they can't tick the guard in the 8th end, it does change the strategy here a little bit.
It does. I think they would want to try to at least get the point out of this out of this end.
Yeah, which is a change in things, because historically they may even just give Team Scharback the free point to maintain the hammer, but being that there's a slightly higher chance of a steal with not being able to move those guards around with the tick zone.
Yeah, you never know. if you have a good feel of the draw weight and you're feeling confident, maybe it's not a big deal. But if it's tough out there, it could definitely go to your head and like you start to think more than needed. So
absolutely, and that can happen. We see that on the arena ice quite a bit. Where late in the game you'll get the fudginess down the middle, and it's not always a picnic to make those
not
draws.
at all, no.
And I think the ice has been holding up pretty good here. I don't think we're not seeing a big changes in the draw weight late in the game. It's holding up nice and it stays fairly consistent through the game. So I don't think they'll be too scared to have to throw the draw if he does need to.
He's been throwing really good so far.
That's right. Yeah, he's made a couple good ones already.
I barely threw that last one. I felt like.
Yeah, it sounds like Brady's
quicker too. So same weight.
Saying that the weight's holding up well. They're not seeing any fudginess or weight coming back at all.
Yeah, I agree. I've been hearing like just draw the same weight, should be close.
Yeah, I thought it less too.
Line's nice.
Line's gonna be good.
Halfway's good.
Easy, easy.
That's a nice spot, guys. Nice brush.
Yeah, it's well placed guard.
Yeah, keeping them up there, really good.
Straight peel, trying to avoid any other collateral damage over there.
You can do that. That's pretty good.
See now if they decide to
There's
move
only a
into the
couple
house.
rocks left.
Yeah.
I think
that's tougher than
It's about time.
It's
maybe.
Yeah, he's gonna have to make that either the come around or this tap on their yellow at some point here.
Yeah. So if you look at it from Team Scharback's point of view, also here a force isn't the end of the world. You can get a good shot for 3 in the last, even if you get your 2, you have that last like extra end where you can try to put pressure on Team Sturmay.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you definitely don't want to give them more than a single here if you can avoid it. And I think if they'd be a little hesitant to throw another guard in this situation now. They need to come into the rings here and give themselves a chance to either a steal or a force.
Yep.
Okay. In turn 9? What do you see?
Sure. Yep. 3/4, 3/4.
I hate 10 here because it's going to get into that spot.
Whatever you see.
In turn 9 right there.
Okay. You're good with 3/4 on the. Okay.
Looks like they're going to go to a call here and try and force a single point by playing this shot. They're going to run the yellow back and try and roll
In turn 9
into the top of the 8-foot.
Back. Roll the dust inside. Just roll to Jared's side.
Should put a force into play if they can make it.
Yeah, for sure.
These are always a little scary though when you're hitting your own rock onto theirs, and if you don't happen to get it, it's get the back red one out. It can bring a 3 into play.
Oh yeah, with the one sitting
over.
there.
Yeah,
on
they've got a kicker on the side, and this is a big shot here.
I think that's why they talked about playing the 9 instead of the 10, because they were thinking the 10 was jumping on them.
It's okay. I was trying to. I gave up on thinking this.
Yeah, I think so. You throwing heel at it?
Didn't really agree on the call there, but I think Braden saw that it wouldn't curl enough to make the roll.
He was just trying to keep the yellow in front of the back one, so they can't lay the extra points. He's going to have a chance at a double here. Be hard to tell if it'll be in the rings after if he makes this double.
Yeah,
Looks like it
it's-
probably will be, which is important too. That makes a difference.
So then we'll have to see what the play is for Scharback if he wants to come around. I think that's the call, right?
I think that would be
because
the call, yeah.
even though if he played the double, he can sit buried, but that's a super hard shot. And you for sure don't want the blank here, so.
Might be missing
Oh,
the
it
back
might
corner
be,
here,
actually.
Yeah. Oof, that's,
Just
that
sits in
makes
the
things
house.
a little more interesting now.
It's not bad.
I could see Brady smiling down there. He's like, "No, well,
Yeah.
now what do we do? That wasn't what we were expecting."
Where do we roll where he won't have a double, really? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you
Tough.
can just draw two.
Could,
that,
yeah.
That may be the easier way to get. Because you can't. You would if you do play a hit on one of the other ones, you do have to roll in because
somewhere,
he's
yeah.
got a wide open shot for two otherwise.
Yeah.
So
It's pretty much what I've been throwing at the last two ends.
there's some options here. You can draw around the corner guard. I think that's probably what I would look at is
Yeah.
just to draw around that corner. But
I have thrown this guard, but I see what
they're thinking about maybe just trying to dead guard it and hope that that's such a hard shot to
What do
get
you think,
that line
Dustin?
absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
I think the force is a good play here if you get a chance.
Straight there.
Okay. Okay.
I don't really like the guard, but Braden said that, and I don't hate that.
The split's not bad. Those splits are difficult. You have to throw them harder than you want to.
Yeah.
To make it good.
Because you wanna split up your own rocks.
That's
You
right,
want
and
separation for
You
sure.
have to throw it hard enough that if you either miss the rock that you're trying to split or hit it on the nose, it's going to knock it right out.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
so
that's
those are tough. Yeah, it's pretty easy to throw those a little on the light side, and then you just leave an easy double.
Yeah.
You gotta roll it here to get.
It's a tough shot because you're going to roll into the rings, and it's really easy to just leave them a nose double for two right
It
back
is.
again. I'm surprised they're not looking.
I'm on.
the draw.
Yeah, I'm with you here. Like coming around the corner guard, just sit two.
Just got to be second shot and
Yeah.
not so deep that you leave a double. They haven't even looked at just going around the corner yet.
Yeah, no.
10, Brady.
Well, that may have to come up in the coach's discussion after the game.
Yeah. Writing it down.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Note to self.
Exactly. Yeah, the big roll here is it's tough, and the
Yeah,
short one you.
That's right. You're trying to just roll 6 inches or
Yeah.
a foot and not a foot and a half. So it's a very, very precise
Yeah.
shot. It's kind of same thing. It's good if you make it. They're all good if you make it. It's not very
Yeah.
often you
Oh, yeah.
have that calls the problem.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you make the execution,
it's
then
never
that
a
makes
miss.
it less important.
Exactly.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
I think they've lost this
Yeah, you
one
gotta keep
over
going.
curl already.
Yeah. Not sure what they're
I was
waiting
trying to
for.
wick that one.
Braden was hoping for a redirect there.
Yeah,
It
on the
never,
yellow.
It never had a chance. That was just a tough one.
You think they got it out though? The back one.
It looks like it's out back there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
We didn't just give up on that.
No, I was trying to wick it.
Oh.
The corner. No, I didn't think we were. Like I thought.
they actually weren't that far off the wick.
I was gonna wick
They
it.
only missed the wick by an inch. So it's hard to fault Braden for that one when
Yeah.
you miss the rock you were aiming at on the wrong side by a foot and a half. It's hard to give your third crap for trying to play plan
exactly.
Z.
And plan D, E. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he was a close one there.
It's one of those ones we'll have to get Brady to the hospital for an X-ray. I wonder if he knows somebody that can drive an ambulance.
Yeah.
Brady's a paramedic, so he might need call one of his buddies after that one. But all joking aside, there's a deuce for Team Sturmay, and they'll take a 3-point advantage coming home.
When you buy a lottery ticket in Saskatchewan, your money really goes a long way. More than 12,000 sport, culture, and recreation groups receive funding from Sask Lotteries every year.
Welcome back to the SGI Canada Best of the West tournament. Playing the 8th end, Team Scharback's 3 down, coming home. They've got the hammer, and they'll have to try and find a way to generate a 3. We were talking during the break that you know, this ice is such a great surface to play on, but when you have the amount of curl that you have out here, it's just so important to be as positive as you can on every rock. A nice, you know, straight release, and it just doesn't take much. You know, Brady missed that last shot by a fair bit, but I don't think he missed the broom by that much.
No, exactly.
But just a pinch soft, and they just curl so much more than what you expect.
Yeah, when you're just a little off with the release, you start it a little bit, it's gone.
And there's just no saving it. And we've seen a couple out here. Well, it's been the typical miss all week has been the over curl, and it just a little tiny bit soft, and on ice that's curling nice like this, there's just no saving them.
Here we see the Team Scharback take advantage of the center line here, for even though they have hammer.
Yeah, that's right.
So with this rock, they can touch it, they can take it.
That's right, because it can be a strategy that we've seen develop from mixed doubles, where a corner guard can be tapped into the rings and then hit on the next one. So it's actually a clever strategy to throw that, even though it's not typically wanting to see center guards when you have the hammer. You're ensuring that you're going to have some guards in play.
Exactly, yeah. And if they ever run anything there, you could end up with a corner guard or something. So if you think that the opponent team will play the take shot on you, this is a good strategy.
Again, puts the pressure on Jared to make a nice long guard here, just over the hog line.
Okay, whoa, you're fine.
Looks like he's got a nice one here.
Might have to go a little bit.
Okay, I don't really want to, but
Yes, I think you got it.
Get to center.
They're going to try and get it to curl up there a little bit. Touch centers. Nice shot.
Perfect guards.
Yeah, perfect guards. Set up by Jared.
Probably not taking the centers anyway.
That's good. We don't want him to hit the guards, so it's the point of it.
I think Brady maybe should have been hoping that he would try to take the center so that they could just put it back.
Yeah.
I think he maybe forgot that you're not allowed to do that.
Even if we were off, could leave 2 corners.
I see Braden's was making a point that even if it's not touching the center, they're probably not playing the
That's
ticket.
probably true, because you don't want to end up with 2 corner guards.
That's right, yeah.
So.
That's right. They're not going to split that one off. And
it's more so the first guard you throw that you want to not be a corner guard.
And they're not going to get the line on that one.
No, you can actually play along with that. And
that's right. Tap that back and make a little pocket on the back of the button there.
Don't even near it.
Then I'm sure we'll see Team Sturmay get to work on the guards and try and get the front.
They should, yeah.
I would think. In this situation, actually kind of like rolling off of the red one a little bit into the open and hope that Team Sturmay would decide to hit the one in the rings as opposed to taking the center guards off. Sometimes if you make these too good and you roll Barrett, it just guarantees that they're going to peel that center.
You kind of want to tease them to play in the house instead of hitting the guards. Looks pretty good to me. Puts enough
Yeah,
weight.
it's a beautiful
Yeah.
shot there, yeah. Puts things back into the button area there and opens up some good chances for, get some rocks piled in there, see what happens.
Nothing can trick Sturmay. He's walking up
Yeah, no, there was
confident to the guards.
Yeah, I don't think you were going to see that
No, not at all.
in this situation.
Clean.
They're just going to attempt the single peel. Trying the double peel opens up options to roll for a corner guard, which they don't want to see, so they're just going to
Same
straight
shot
peel
or
that.
one more?
I think we got to go one more, Brady.
Yeah, it's a difficult situation now because you got to. You only have so many rocks left to work with, and you need to score at least 3 of them to keep the game alive.
Yeah.
You got to decide when you're gonna start coming into the rings. But I think this is the right call at this point. The yellow that's in the rings right now is quite difficult to get rid of.
It is, for sure.
So that one is potentially there for a bit yet. So which is one of the reasons why you'd probably throw the center here again. Boys are working on this one to make sure
really
they
hard.
get it over. They're going to have to. It looks like it's got a chance to make it over.
Get it over, boys. Get it over. Lean on it.
Oh, just not quite there. They worked really hard on that one.
Yeah,
they really
sure
tried.
did. That's unfortunate. That takes their chances of getting a 3 and puts that pretty much in the toilet at this point. Now they're going to need some misses. Boys, hate to be brutally honest, but
You are right about that, though. Seems like their Team Sturmay are pretty
yeah, they're
pretty
good,
confident with the just
that's right.
these
Get the front
peels and
open
just take one rock at a time at this point.
Yeah. There's still some rocks to work with, though. They can get a freeze in there and hope for a couple jams.
Yep.
Yeah, we might have a draw to 3.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, good luck a couple in there and hope for the best.
You must have been watching Jared against Bernath, Dustin. He threw one in.
Let me know if it's heavy.
Yeah, but freeze right on that middle one. Oh yeah, because he's gonna rip, and then we might be sitting like draw to sit 3 or a hit. Just freeze. Is that too much, Brady, or no? Is that too much? Did he move it out?
Brady's asking if Brady had too much ice, and so he
Just took
took
more?
more. Yeah.
Oh no.
It looks like too much. We better take a little more.
Yeah, sometimes you can't hear over
It
the
gets hard
sheet.
to hear. There's,
yeah.
there's
It's
other
so tough.
games going on out there, and guys are yelling.
Go then. Has to be better than that.
It looks like a guard only. More?
Yeah, it looks like it's short right out of his hand.
Green a little.
Well, that's an option.
Yeah.
We don't have
that's,
many rocks left, though.
No,
but
that's right. Yeah.
Yep.
The thing is, though, they're gonna, they'll toss one in on that freeze at some point, and Team Sturmay is gonna remove some of the red rocks for you as they start blasting potentially. So you don't need too many rocks to worry about removing theirs, because some of theirs will get lost anyway. But yeah, at some point here, you're gonna have to get a good freeze in there and
Nice shot.
hope for some jams. Braden's going to get another crack at that same shot again, so expect him to be close this time.
What did he say?
Do you guys like the slide? Just give it a little bit more of a release.
Oh,
I would say it's no. That was unreal. Okay, I gotta be heavy on this one. If anything, right?
Yeah, being short on this one isn't an option, no.
no, you gotta
make
get
sure
one
you're
in
there,
there
that's
that
right, yeah.
they can't get out.
Where?
Doesn't look like he's late on this
Dustin,
one, but
Basil, curl it.
it's taking its time curling with a little bit of extra weight now.
All you got. Keep it going. Keep it going. You're getting it. You're getting
Trying
it.
to get some curl on it.
Keep it going. Any roll.
Pretty good shot. Tapped it a little further than he'd like to.
Yeah.
Through the first little sludge and then
That and then. Yeah, he doesn't.
Yeah, it's absolutely possible to just peel that one out.
Okay, I like it.
They're going with the top one though, it seems like. Just any of them really.
That's right,
Whichever
yeah,
one
just
you can
pick
get
your-
out.
Pick your poison as long as you just make a yellow one go away.
Yeah.
Like thin half compresses it over, but obviously.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Clean. Clean.
Looks like he's got her picked clean.
Good shot. They seem so confident with the peels there. Just no problem at
Yeah,
all.
because there was an option. There was an opportunity there to jam that with
Yeah.
a little bit of an overcurl. You had to definitely commit to making that thin. I guess the other benefit on that one there is if he did happen to set it a little bit wide, he would have gone
Exactly,
past
yeah,
and got
he
the back
would.
one. So
You got
it's,
the options.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. You can throw that one with a little more confidence, knowing that if you're a hair wide, if you happen to go by it, it's not the end of the world. You'd make the other one. You're gonna have to make some sort of a freeze tap or something like that here and try to make it a little tough for him. It's going to be hard to get rocks in a spot where you can't get one of them out.
I can get this one right in front of my shooter, right in front of this one. It would be tougher. I think that's the call.
Do you ever play with any kind of weight? And just kind of keep this one to here?
I was thinking back 8, like freeze tap. I don't think you play with weight. Maybe just move that out of the forefoot so that we're sitting.
The only thing I was thinking is that if you played with like a 9, come across the face, you can get it here and probably.
I don't think so.
No? Okay.
No.
Okay. Play your shot.
Yeah, I think I agree with Brady on that one. I think with a 9 to get your shooter to roll over at all, you're probably just dead jamming that one
Yeah.
at the back.
Yeah.
You have to throw it even a little harder probably to make the run
The-
and
yeah,
roll them
the
both
roll,
in.
yeah, for sure.
And then once you're throwing, peel weight at a shot like that at this point in the game,
Try to get this one frozen to the back one and roll over a little bit with the shooter.
you still want to
Call,
force
right?
Karsten to have to throw here.
Yeah.
If he throws any kind of a hit at that and it doesn't work out just right, then it's a game over and Sturmay doesn't even have to throw his stones. So you'd like to see him have to make a shot at least.
That much, eh?
Line's good. Back 8.
Room.
Line's good. Back 8.
Dustin!
Yeah, Dustin, go.
Yep, keep going, Dustin!
Try to get this one to curl up a little more.
It's not moving the way they want.
No, it's not quite curling where they hoped it was going to.
I think the weight was pretty close actually.
Not the
Just put
worst.
the broom on the wrong spot maybe.
He's going to have exactly the same shot anyway.
Yeah, when you throw for that tap, you have to take a fair bit less ice.
Yep.
It runs so much straighter with that extra little bit of weight, and
It does.
it's easy to not get enough curl on those.
So I'll remove this rock and that will be the game.
Yeah, well curled game by Team Sturmay. Go see those guys in the hunt here this weekend as the finals progress. They're looking like they're playing well.
They've had a really good game, for sure.
Clean. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh boy.
Actually jams it. I don't know if that helps though.
Yeah, they're going to have to make some sort of a miracle shot here, but that does. At least he has to. At least he's. It's not an immediate handshake, anyways.
No, they have to look at it at
now
least.
They got to look at this and try and figure out what they can make out of it.
I don't think this one goes far enough.
I don't know if there's a shot here on this one.
All you gotta do is take it out of the 8 foot.
That's all they shot, right?
Like super thin on the top one?
Yeah, you kind of got to almost tick through the.
Yeah, just tick it out.
Through the hole, yeah.
Even if.
You have to just tick it.
We
like
can
right
also
there.
just wick it.
Yeah, I think that's the only shot if ever.
Yeah, I don't see
There's a
anything
shot.
else.
Try it, right?
Yeah.
So pretty hard. I think the broom right there. Because it's going to get some fall from my release.
Well, if you can make this one, they have a bit of a upgrade for their shot of the game anyway.
Yeah, gotta play that one again.
Yeah, if this will make the highlight reels here if you can pull this one out. Which is pretty difficult, but it does look like it's possibly there. The hole almost might not be big enough, hey?
To
If
get
you touch
you
the-
almost need to get under the second
Yeah,
rib
that's
there,
right.
and
I
that
just-
seems tough to me
It does
actually.
seem tough to me
I know.
too. You're almost just
Right
trying
there.
to miss that,
Yeah,
that
and-
one, and it still looks like it might hit too much in the
Yeah.
other one.
It's worth a
But,
shot
oh
though.
yeah, you're absolutely going to throw it. One is
Nothing
not
yet,
gonna
but-
make contact with the. No. It's a good try.
Yeah,
Get the broom in the...
just had to throw it to miss it.
That's right. Yeah. Well, it was a good game, and thanks for joining us for the SGI Canada Best of the West.
Yeah, we'll be back, I guess, 12:30 with another
next
game.
round.
Not you and me, but we've done our part here.
Somebody that'll do a better job than me, hopefully. So, thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.